down here, right? No? Possibly? I don't know how you found a shot open. God. What's gonna happen? No, tell me. What's gonna happen? Tell me. What is going to happen to me? Go on. What's gonna happen? What are you gonna do? Nothing. There is nothing that you can send at me. There is nothing. Nobody's here. What are you gonna do? Watch these guys be gone. That'd be the scariest thing they could do. Okay. Freddy. We are gonna have to do some freaking crazy things here, Freddy. Oh, he's wired up, so he can only follow the light, I think. Maybe? Oh, can he move when it... No. Holy crap, use that. Okay. God! Shut up! Let me in! Let me in! Freddy, they're not letting me in. Freddy! I require your assistance, Freddy. Freddy? 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 What's my strategy with this one, Freddy? This is my strategy, Freddy. I can't charge Freddy. I don't think that Mr. Endo knows I'm in here. He does not. See? Look at that. Freddy, you are my favorite. I don't know what that does, but cool. Oh, these probably turn on the... Yeah, probably turns on this thing, right? Yeah. Alright, I'm smart. 7 bars? I do not think I had that many before. 6 a.m. We're about to finish this thing. I completely forgot I'm supposed to be talking about theories. I don't know. I've been talking too much about how the game was supposed to be and not enough about what it actually is. Mainly because I just don't really have anything about how it is, because it's so stupid. I don't think that evil Charlie bot is a thing, at least. I'll say that much. That sounds just so out there and so weird that it just makes 0 sense to do something like that. But at the same time, maybe that's exactly what it is. I don't know. And now I'm like full convinced that Vanessa and Vanny are 2 different people. So that's interesting. I'm pretty sure they are 2 different people. I think. What is going... I die if I go down there without Freddy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Vanny and Vanessa are 2 different people now. Like, one of them's evil, I don't know if they're supposed to be the same person, or if they're... I mean, they might. There's a slim chance that they're the same person, but it seems so weird now for them not... And it's, like I said, it's that ending with her on the roof, but that's not the reason. Right? That's not the reason why. The reason's because Gregory seems so surprised that it's her. He unmasks Vanny, and there's question marks, and he's so confused about her being Vanny, but yet Freddy and him both are like, yep, Vanessa, Vanny, that sounds the same. That security guard's out to get me. You know, like they very, much seem to be convinced that Vanessa is bad, and then when they unmask Vanny, they're surprised that it's Vanessa. Like it doesn't make sense. So yeah, I'm convinced they're different people. I saw this one video that kept getting this channel kept getting spammed at me in my recommended. I'm subscribed now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? I probably passed it without realizing. Yeah, I think I did. It would be at the top. Yeah, it's fantasy or ID's fantasy. I don't know. It kept spamming their I solved the security breach post-it room video, which now I also believe that too. I at least believe it more than the fact that it's Charlie. That makes zero sense. So I definitely believe that more, what her theory was. They also kind of convinced me that Gregory's a robot, even though I don't want him to be a robot. Well, I always deep down knew that Gregory is a robot. I didn't want to admit it. I didn't want to actually have to think about the fact that there's now robot children and all this kind of stuff, and I didn't want it to be, but it's one of those things again where it's logically versus narratively. Logically, that makes sense. It isn't a good fit narratively. Like, it's done, everything, everybody burnt down, but now we're gonna go and fight Afton again. So who knows? And I don't even know if Burn Trap and Glitch Trap are the same person. William and Glitch Trap are the same person. People, like, whenever they talk about Glitch Trap, they make it sound like Glitch Trap and William are two different people. I don't know why. I feel like they're the same guy, just different. I don't know. They just look different. And that's not even true because we've never actually seen what the Spring Bonnie suit looks like. We just seen Springtrap suit, and people have kind of de-aged that to assume what Spring Bonnie would look like. Same with Nightmare Fredbear. They just kind of reverse engineered it to be like, yeah, that's probably what it looks like. Well, who knows? Maybe those were games made by an indie developer. Maybe he wasn't 100% true. I also watched their theory on that. Well, it was a short, but they were debunking MatPat's theory about that, because I hated that one. It was so stupid that MatPat was like, oh, FNAF 1 through 4, that's all fake. They can't do that. Also, I've been thinking about the name of the game more, and I was trying to figure this out, why it's called Five Nights at Freddy's when there's only one night. But then I was like, well, most of them have 7. But still, it's 5 main ones, and then the 6th and 7th are extra. They're special. But this doesn't. I don't know. It just doesn't have. It only has one night, and it's still called. But they decided to add security breach after it. And I was looking at this. There was a whole argument about it, and people were like, "Well, it's just the name of the franchise. That's just what it's called. It's called Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just branding." But then people were pointing out, no, because you just have, it's Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator, and you have Ultimate Custom Night. Those aren't called Five Nights at Freddy's. So it's why aren't those ones called that, right? They've obviously done it before, so why now do they say Five Nights at Freddy's when you're only here one? And it's not even really Freddy's, it's just a mall. Might as well call it Five Nights at the Pizzaplex. Isn't that what they were going to call it? They were going to call it just pizza, Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzaplex? Then they changed it to Security Breach. I'm pretty sure that's what I heard. I don't know why I'm parkouring so much. I'm stalling because I don't know how to do the Afton fight. Anyway, I saw this YouTube channel that YouTube kept spamming at me. I watched the video finally. Very convincing. Thought about something that I feel should have been super obvious, but being people, human beings, we just kind of overlooked. So there's pretty much two sides of who's in the poster room, right? There's MatPat, who's it's Gregory, he's a robot. And then there's FNAF, who's no, it's Charlie, because everything is Charlie, and Charlie is the literal answer to everything in this game, apparently. And Vanessa killing random people. And those are the two sides of who's in the poster room. And, both of them are yeah, that part really makes sense, this part really doesn't. Both of them have that, right? Like, why is the door called Charlie? Like Charlie's door. But then there's also a bunch of stuff, like the whole Afton family recreation. Why would Charlie do that, right? But then also, if it's the crying child in there, why is it Charlie's door? Why is it called that? And this person was like, why can't it just be both of them, right? It was like, why can't there just be both in there at the same time? Like, there's no problem with that. But us being people are like, no, it's only one answer. It's got to be black and white. But I mean, it makes sense just to have both. Why not? It's not something couldn't happen. And then they went on this whole, obviously, tangent about how that would make Gregory be the crying child, which would make him be a robot, and Gregory possibly being a missing child who then got replaced by a robot. I don't really like that part of the theory that much, but it did convince me that Gregory is a robot. Probably. I wish he wasn't, but he is. And about how that's how they were in the Pizzaplex, and that means that Charlie is somewhere running around, and we just don't actually know, and Gregory escaped from the Post-it room, and maybe that's why, because I was talking about if he lives here, why doesn't he have clearance? Maybe it's because he just escaped, and he's just been kind of staying in that one area the whole time, and that's why he doesn't really have knowledge of the Pizzaplex either, because he was stuck in one room the whole time, right? And that's why Vanessa wants to get him so bad, because he escaped from the room, but we don't know why he's there, unless it's just they're too dangerous, but then why not just kill him? So I don't know. And then about this, that whole, like, cipher thingy in the sister location room, about, like, I built the breath, whatever, he's gonna kill them all, and about pretty much that explains the entire plot of the game, and it would make sense if, like, that was, like, Gregory's programming, like, that was his primary, like, initiative, was live, kill every animatronic, like, it perfectly shadows the story. So it's like, maybe those are Gregory's, like, you know, hardline functions, who knows? Like, that's why Gregory, because he's, like, so quick to just start killing things. That was always, like, made me question, like, why he was so quick, and he says such mean things sometimes about the animatronics. So if it was, like, something that was programmed into him, but he didn't realize, it would make sense that he has this weird subconscious feeling to just start killing things. You know, that actually would make sense. So, you know, that's a possibility. I don't know what else. Yeah, but I got convinced that Gregory's a robot. And then I also watched a video of cemented my beliefs in that. She talked about the fire escape ending and all of that. But that wasn't the main thing. She talked about the possibility of how it could be, like, Vanessa's spirit trapped in the Pizzaplex. But then she went on to explain about how, like, Vanessa is very directly tied to the Princess Quest, so why wouldn't she be tied to that, or be tied to her actual hideout? Like, why the roof, right? Usually when the souls get trapped somewhere, they're stuck there for good, and it's like one spot. You know, they don't get to wander around the whole thing. So who knows? But yeah, it was a lot of weird, like, headcanon type stuff. That's where I don't like. I don't like when people just really start to make stuff up. Like, that's where FNAF's, like, videos just went off the rails. Was when he was like, and then there was a Charlie bot, and then there was VR Sisters, and then Vanessa killed this entire room, and then she sicked the animatronics on this guy. It was like, so, like, no, there's no evidence of any of this, really. You're just kind of assuming this is what happened. It's kind of the same with MatPat saying there's no Golden Freddy. Like, you took one piece of evidence and made that your reasoning for why Golden Freddy doesn't exist, when there's, you know, to that one piece, there's, like, 300 saying that Golden Freddy is real. So I don't know where you saw one opportunity and you were like, yep, that's it, nothing else matters. This is the only thing that matters now. This rewrites everything else. Like, I don't know. But pretty much the idea was, I don't know, her idea was weird about there literally being just two Vanessas, one being the original, like, person, and one being a robot, and the robot just being programmed to be bad while the person is still getting possessed but compartmentalized, Afton, and like that would explain why they have two different pasts and all this. It was weird. I didn't like it. But there was one part I did like. They talked about how whoever is manipulating her was able to hack into her personal information, which would make sense about why when she explained her past, the therapist was like, "You're lying. This is, you know, you're normal. You're a normal person." What I think is happening since the very beginning of everything, since the Patient 46 has been a thing, I thought pretty much like the way they're doing it is for a reason. Should I go down there? I don't know. Probably not, because it just goes straight into the Afton fight. Pretty much, they're doing it a certain way, right? Like Patient 46 doesn't talk at all, doesn't say a word. Vanessa does, but Patient 46 does not. And I feel like everybody's like, oh, it's Gregory or Vanessa. That then immediately like just moved off of that and was like, no, it's got to be some other person. Nobody's ever gonna figure this out. But like, I feel like if you just think logically, they made them not speak, right? If it was a new character, like one nobody's ever heard of, which is kind of what people are leaning towards right now because they just can't figure it out. If it is a totally brand new character, they would speak. Because them speaking wouldn't give anything away. Sure, you know the gender or something, or maybe not. I don't know. Gregory's voice is literally, he's voiced by a female, but he's a boy, I think, pretty sure. So, like, you know, you're giving away their voice. Sure. That's it. If this is a completely new character, we don't have any context. What they say isn't really going to mean anything to us yet. Right? It's not going to give anything away if they're a new character, or a character who we've never even heard before. Like, I don't know, if Patient 46 was just some, like, arbitrary FNAF character, Charlie, even, if they spoke, we wouldn't know it was them, because we don't know what they sound like, or the things that they say. We know some of their, like, personality, but that's it, you know? There's only a handful of characters who have spoken in this series, like, besides the animatronics, but we can't count that, because we're assuming this is a person who has a normal voice, or else the therapist would be, you know, catching on, right? And there's only a handful of people who have actually spoken, and that's the only reason that they would want to keep it quiet, is if it's somebody who, if they spoke, it would give it away. It's like the only reason why they would make them not say a word, is because it's somebody who's already established, who already has a voice, and who, if spoke, we would immediately say, yep, that's who that is. And there's only a couple people who have spoken. I mean, Henry. We've heard Michael. We've heard Elizabeth. That's a big contender. We've heard Gregory. We've heard William. And we've heard Vanessa speak. And Vanny. But the same person, practically. And those are pretty much like, Tape Girl, I guess. But I'm pretty sure she's, like, dead or something. Those are, like, the only people we've actually heard speak. So, Michael's dead. He's in Freddy, so he can't be Patient 46. William's in Burn Trap. He can't be Patient 46. He might be possessing whoever that is, but he's not that. Elizabeth is dead, but also could be a robot, so that's not entirely out. I don't think it's Gregory, because, Gregory's kind of, you know, here. Because these events kind of take up right up until this game. And also, I don't know, Gregory, he is a child, but Gregory just doesn't seem like the kind of guy who would just start killing people, you know, just randomly like that. He's actively trying to help the whole missing kids situation. I don't think he'd just start killing people. And then there's Vanessa, and in the person's video, they were like, I'm far from the first person to say that Elizabeth and Vanessa are connected. Well, I'm one of the first people to say that. I said that, like, the first time she was revealed. I was like, oh, that's totally Elizabeth, because I just saw green eyes and blonde hair. So I will be one of the first to say that. That they're the same, and that Elizabeth and Vanessa are connected somehow, for some reason. And somebody's theory, and now my theory, was a comment I saw on one of the GT Lives that he was playing. Pretty much, I mean, it's shaky now, but at the time made sense, and I feel like they were onto something. I don't think it's completely true, but they were onto something, and I believed it for a really long time, and I still believe parts of it. Vanny and Vanessa, same person, right? Elizabeth's consciousness is somehow with Vanessa mixed, and Elizabeth, because Elizabeth always, she loved William, and it's not really his fault that she died. He said, "Don't go near that robot," and she did, and then got scooped. So, that's not really her dad's fault. I don't see why she would be mad at him. She really was mad at Michael for some reason. Scooped him. Don't know why. He was just trying to help. But, so she's in Vanessa's mind. Vanessa has compartmentalized her, but Elizabeth still comes out. So I think Vanessa just straight up got, split personality disorder, right? One personality being Elizabeth. And maybe that's why she's in therapy, right? I mean, obviously the weird thing she's looking up, but like for that, like schizophrenia or something. Probably just the split personality though, or borderline personality, since it's really only two, not a lot. So that's what's happening, right? And I would assume a therapist would be aware of their patient's history and problems going into this. So it would make sense if Vanessa was like the child, like she was 46. She was both. But then again, it's like it's the same therapist. So I don't know. And that's why it could just be Elizabeth. I think it might be Elizabeth, right? Because, I mean, it goes all with that. Because Vanessa's like, I don't like dark basements. Who wouldn't like dark basements? Elizabeth. That means hacker. Maybe if she knows that Vanessa's, alternate personality is, like, of a child, that would make sense for her to speak like that. There's other I don't remember. I've never actually listened to the tapes in-game before. All I know is that the dark basement thing, the flowers, like, one of them's allergic to flowers. I think it might be Vanessa. And Elizabeth likes flowers, obviously. She's got a flower in her hair. So it makes sense for that to be Elizabeth, right? And then, that's a thing. And then Elizabeth would obviously be the one talking about her troubled past with her father, Bill. Right? And then she's like, no, you had a good life. But that wouldn't make sense, right? Because Elizabeth would be the one doing the manipulating. So why would she be lying? Why would she say that? Anyway, that's where it gets shaky. But it makes sense as a kind of baseline idea, as something to think, like, realize this is a possibility, and then to, like, build off of that, right? To kind of understand this is, like, the framework that pretty much it's Vanessa to some capacity, or Elizabeth. And Elizabeth is kind of Vanessa, so that works out. And I think Vanessa and Vanny might be two different people, and one of them's, I mean, maybe, like FNAF said, I'm just going to start calling him John Andrews now, because that's more easy to understand than me saying FNAF, and thinking it's the acronym. He said, the whole VR sisters, right? Maybe who you play as in Help Wanted or Tape Girl is Vanessa's sister, identical twin. One of them's evil, one of them isn't, right? That could be a possibility. Maybe that's why Vanessa wanted the job. No, that's dumb. Because if they were related to Vanessa, I feel like she would know what happened. And maybe that's why she's there. And it would make sense if there are two different people. I watched that original trailer a lot for this game, the one that had good stuff in it. And at the end, she says, there's so much more going on here than you realize. And she sounds like scared. I'll talk about that eventually. I'll do a breakdown of that trailer and talk about how it shows a lot of evidence towards this game that I've been coming up with. My original, the actual good version that was supposed to happen. But she says that, right? There's so much more going on, which means that she knows what's happening. She has some knowledge. Maybe that's just proof that she knows about Vanessa being her, or she's investigating, right? She's just investigating. Maybe she's a good computer programmer, and she purposely hired herself so she could come here, so she could figure out what was going on, right? Maybe she's some form of weird, like, body swap, doppelganger type system. Maybe she's a robot. One of them is. Who knows? You know, the fact that they call her Ness and not Vanessa, when Vanessa was very obviously established by that point, maybe they really are two different people. Who knows? Point being, they're, I don't know, Patient 46. Those are like the main questions, right? Blob, Patient 46, why is Gregory here? And then, like, Burn Trap. Patient 46, it's either Vanny or it's Elizabeth. And Elizabeth might be Vanessa / Vanny somehow. It's one of those. Why is Gregory here? Still have no idea why he's here. Maybe because he was locked in the post-it room. Don't know why it took 40, 50 years for him to get put back together. Who knows? Right after the bite. Who knows about that one? The Blob, I don't like the Blob at all. I find it very stupid. The souls are supposed to be gone. Why aren't they gone? I don't like the whole agony thing. It just sounds so stupid. But once again, narrative versus logic. It's the logical choice. It's a thing in the books. We don't even know about Remnant except from the books. Right? So, you know, there you go. That entire huge plot point is straight from the books. So there you go. It probably is agony and all that, and that's why the Blob's here, and it's Molten Freddy. I don't know why it's so big. Is it made out of trash? Is it made out of wires? Like, what is it made out of? I have no clue. Why does it save Burn Trap? Also no clue. You'd think they'd be mad at Burn Trap, right? You'd think, I don't even know what the main consciousness is, or if it's just one giant, you know, just giant conscious, like, I don't know. Conscience, sorry, there we go. I have no clue. But you'd think they'd want to hurt William, right? You know, you'd think, this guy killed me. I want revenge. That's what that's what FNAF 1 and 2 are, and what 6 is. You look like William, they're like, well, you must be him, let's kill you. You know, that's about it. So, why did they save him, right? Like, he's gonna die. There's fire, the place is collapsing, he's gonna die. But they pick him up. They save him. Maybe it's the Blob killing him, but I doubt it. Just let him die, right? Just let him burn. But no, they purposely let him live. So I don't know what that's about. No clue what that one's about. But the Blob's probably the whole agony, but the puppet spirit was lifted, you know, and Cassidy's still in hell with William's soul, which also doesn't make sense of how did William get out? Unless, like, is the consciousness actually him? Is the computer chip, the glitch trap virus, is it him? Or is it just kind of some, like, extension? Is he still a spirit? Is he alive? Like, I don't know. How is his body even still, like, intact? No clue. Yeah, that one is a good question. Why the Blob saves him? I don't know. Maybe because he's not William. Maybe they want answers. I don't know. I don't even know if they can talk. Right? I don't know if they can talk or not. And then, yeah, the tears are gone, which means that the spirit's been lifted. So if there is a Charlie, it doesn't have a soul. It's straight up just a robot. Don't know what that's about. Burn Trap, I don't have a good explanation for that one either. I'm not good at theorizing about the actual game because there's so little information. Alright, Fred boy. See, Okay. Oh, sorry. I've never seen this before. Well, like, actually in game. Stupid. So dumb. She's got... That's important, right? I like how the claws are in the cutscene. That's cool. Oh, you need the claws to get here, don't you? So, never mind. I got you, Freddy.
What was that? Are you okay?
Is trying to take control of me. I do not think I can fight it for long.
He? What is that thing?
See, Freddy, when you say I am not me,
Look out, it's Chica. Shut the doors.
what do you mean when you say that, Freddy? Do you mean you're not you as in Afton's taking control of you? Or do you mean you are not you as in, like, you're Michael? What exactly, what are we thinking, eh? I got you, Freddy, don't worry. Don't worry your little head about it. Yeah, so what are we thinking, Freddy? You're Michael. I love that. I very much love that theory. Crying child, he's Michael, that's why he's so protective. He's just trying to right the wrongs.
What do I do?
The doors will not hold her. Hide.
Hold on. You're gonna get taken over, and I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. Freddy, I'm trusting you not to kick me out. Oh, Freddy! That was such a terrible time for you to do that. That was really sucky of you, Freddy. Do I have to do all that again? Oh my god. Freddy, I hate you for that. That was a really crappy move. So, Freddy's Michael. I like that theory a lot. Very poetic. It's a whole family reunion. Which means Elizabeth has got to be Vanessa for it to complete the family. I still don't like that Michael is Foxy Bro and not Crying Child, because all of this is supposed to be about Michael. And if Freddy, or if Michael isn't Crying Child, then that entire game would just not be about him, which makes zero sense because they're all supposed to be about him. But timeline-wise, it makes sense because if he was Crying Child in 1983, he wouldn't be of age to work by 1987 when he's working in the pizzeria. But for him to be Michael, he's probably a teenager by that point, so he would most likely be of working age by 1987, so he could work in the pizzeria. That's the one piece that sells it for me. Is that he would be the right age. But I don't like it. But so, Michael's Freddy, I'm Crying Child. The only thing missing is the mom, but the mom's never been in the picture for some reason. Did I do it? Yeah. Alright, let's go. Freddy, don't be a douche this time. Well, yeah, that was my question. Sorry, Freddy. I'm sorry, man.
I am not me.
I'm trying.
Are you okay?
He is trying to
Bro, I did the fire.
Think I can fight it for long.
He? What is that thing?
Is that him? He's just standing there? That's weird.
Watch the banks.
You didn't say that one before. Vanny, what is this? Can I play this? It's Balloon Boy World. I don't know what that noise is. Is he gone? No, he's not gone. I don't think he's there anymore.
Look out. It's Chica. Shut the doors.
I will. Chill out. Chill out, Fred boy. We're good for now. Okay, Fred boy. So, who is she? Is it Vanny? Is it Vanessa? I don't think she would take you down here unless she was under the guise of Glitch Trap. Then she would take you down here. But I don't think she would, like, besides that. Also,
It's Roxy. What do I do?
The doors will not open. Hide.
where? Can I hide under the table? No. Ha! I got you this time, Roxy. I'm gonna hide in that one corner, just in case. I'm sure I'll be fine. What are the days? Is that... This is obviously... Oh my god. What do you want me to do? I've never seen this done right before. Like, I saw Markiplier sit in a corner until he won. I saw MatPat break the game. I don't actually know how to do that. We'll figure it out. Is she Elizabeth? Is she Vanny? Is she, like, Charlie? Is the blob she? Is it a she? And when you say you first found yourself, do you mean you first, like, realized that you were Michael? And then if you realized you were Michael, why did you freak out so much when you saw a bunch of the endos, right? You freaked out about that. But if you knew you were a robot, then you wouldn't have cared by that point. So what's that about? A lot of questions about that. Also, did I not... What? Huh? I didn't do this one. Frick. Holy crap. I'm gonna die. So, William's feet. That should not have said that. Burn traps, animatronic legs. There we go. Suspicious. I've been around for a while. I know the importance of counting how many toes are on an animatronic. So, one of William's feet had 3, right? Which would implicate FNAF 1 era and Withered era, right? Because it's only 3 toes. But then his right foot had 5, right? Like this guy has 3, so could be like that. Right, so he has 5. Pretty sure it was 5. So he's like whatever the nightmare animatronics are. So that would be the fun time. He could be thinks he could still somehow, for some reason, be in the original Spring Bonnie suit, because that had 5. Or he's what? No, did Foxy have 5? I don't remember. It's obviously not the Glam Rocks. The Fun Times had 5. I don't know if the toy animatronics had 5 or not. They might have. Why does it have to? Oh, never mind. Never mind. Because I got out of the chargy thing. I'm gonna watch it this time because I want to see Afton.
Now I have a choice. I have changed. My friends are here. They are so angry, confused.
Purple. How many fingers? 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 5 fingers. Full robot. 1, 2, 3, 4 toes. Okay. So 4 means he could be some of like the newer age. He's not in the Spring Bonnie suit anymore. For 1, that's what that means. You good, Freddy? No? Okay.
What was that? Are you okay?
He is trying to take control of me. I do not think I can fight it for long.
He? What is that thing?
Can we get in the charge station, Freddy? No. That's fine.
Thanks.
I'm so far away from them. You know what would be cool is if Afton was in the vents, but no. Or if Afton showed up in any capacity, but no. You okay, Freddy? What is this? It's a hand. Oh, somebody got crushed. I don't know if this candle is here to like commemorate them because they're dead now, or if it's just my flashlight is bugging out. Why can't I play this? Can I hide behind this when Roxy comes?
It's Roxy. What do I do?
Oh, that sucks. Freddy, the last couple of times you told me that. She just ran away. Okay, Freddy, I'm gonna follow your advice and I'm gonna hide right here. And if you get glitchy, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Such as right now. Just in case she comes over here, Freddy. Dang it, no, that sucks. Let me out! Let me out. I'm stuck. Let me out! Let me out! I'm stuck. Oh! Oh, that was amazing. Whoa, 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 whoa. I forgot about that.
Look out. It's Chica. Shut the doors.
Where are you going? I completely forgot you could do that, Freddy. That might have been nice. Oh, I'm gonna die. What's going on with you, bud? Freddy? You get me, bro? Like, what are those? Are those tentacle? How do you get this if there's blobs there? Are they tentacles? What are they? Freddy, please. What are they, Freddy? Tell me. What are they, Freddy? Are we not on speaking terms anymore? Afton's laughing. Afton's laugh is freaky, bro. I really like that. Is that Afton's laugh? That, like, chuckle? Freddy, you're not saying anything, and it's really freaking me out. I'm so used to you calling me a superstar and being helpful. Oh my god, I almost died. Can we be done? I don't like this. This is scaring me. Help. I don't know how close I can get to these things. And they're everywhere. Wait. Oh, the charging station is in each corner. I was so confused. I was like, wait, that's not how the room works. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how many days Vanessa has been down here? Right? Like, Vanessa's been here for a while. If that's how many days she's been... And sleeping down here, of all places? I mean, she drew a picture. Maybe this is evil Vanessa, and normal Vanessa... Or this is Vanny, and Vanessa is up there. And it's a doppelganger thing. When Vanessa leaves, right? Okay, good. When Vanessa leaves, Vanny comes up, right? So it's like she's pinning it all, you know, like Vanessa's like the fall guy. Maybe. That's the theory that its fantasy has. ID's fantasy, I don't know. They're capitals, so I would assume ID. Alright. Afton's laugh, I like Afton's laugh. But what I like more is the Golden Diamonds animation of the Security Breach alternate Afton ending, which is the greatest thing ever. Totally should have been how the game ended. And he actually had voice lines. It was sick. He even said some of the Ultimate Custom Night lines, but like, just he was saying it to Gregory. I thought that was cool. There's a lot of made it so much more scary and personal feeling, you know? Like he was, you know, he's talking to you. He's not just some weird robot being. He's actually a guy, you know? Like you gotta, I feel like that's the scariest part, right? Is you got, no way. I wasn't close to it. I feel like it's the scariest part, right? Like, he's a guy. You know, he's different. He's not, I mean, yeah, all the animatronics have souls in them, but they pretty much seem lifeless. But Springtrap's the first, like, one who, he moves around like a person. You know, you see him move. You see him sneak around in FNAF 3. You see him, like, he hides. You see him crawling in the van. Like, he's smart. I don't know how. Like, he actually retained, like, life. Also, why is Springtrap an Ultimate Custom Night? I don't know. I don't know why. Why is he an Ultimate Custom Night? Push the button! Oh my god. I don't know. A lot of questions, not any answers. Alright. last try, and then we'll save this for another time because I hate doing this. This is so stupid, and it's so dang long. I did not realize it was this long, and it's so boring. You're just sitting there.
I know what this is. I have been here before. She brought me here.
Also, Freddy was bugging out that whole time. I walked into the battery station with him.
Want to. Now I have a choice. I have changed. My friends are here. They are so angry, confused. I can protect you. I am not.
What was that? Are you okay?
He is trying to take control of me. I do not
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, frick. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
What is
30,
that
25,
thing?
40, 45, 50, 53, 57, 59.
doors.
She's been down here for quite a while. If I had to guess, probably like around 70 days. I'm pushing the button! Oh my god. Bye, Chica. Oh, you can go down here? Oh, you weren't able to go down here
Roxy,
before.
What do I do?
The doors will not hold her. Hide.
You used to not be able to do that. No, thank you. How we feeling, Freddy? How we feeling? How we feeling, Freddy? Right. I'm stupid. Oh, that's the wrong button. What happened, Freddy? That one doesn't count. That's my last try. Well, he just kicked me out. It didn't even say low battery. I pushed the right stick. Hold on. Maybe I should practice. Is it trigger or is it the stick? Okay. It's the trigger. I could have done that. Now I know. Dang it. That sucks. But what really sucks was me losing what felt like towards the end. Okay, gotta remember, there's this one here. Okay, this is so dumb. I almost ran into that and died. Should be able to get through this relatively smoothly. It's just, like, a nuisance to do, honestly. Like, it's easy, I just don't like doing it. It's boring. It's like, why can't I just start at the boss fight? I mean, I guess I should just be grateful that it's at least saving at all. But still, I don't know, it's dumb. Whatever. Let's go, Freddy. Do this. Charging him does absolutely nothing. See, I wish instead of increasing the amount of bars Freddy has, they would just make it take longer for him to deplete the bars.
I found myself for the first time when I cleared the path. I did not want to. I am not me.
Once again, is it because Afton's taking over you, or is it
that?
because you're Michael?
Are you okay?
He is trying to take control of me. I do not think I can fight it for long.
He? What is that thing?
Why can't you just say it's Afton?
It's Chica. Shut the doors.
I don't get what you have against just telling me who it is. Who was that? Was that Afton? It was Afton. That was cool. I did not know you could see Afton like that. There he is. He's an actual person who exists. I wonder if you can go back there. Because you can run pretty far down. I swear the vents are like never used. But all of a sudden, Freddy just starts talking about the vents. Gregory, you need to vent. Gregory, have you heard of a hit game Among Us, Gregory? Gregory, have you heard of Among Us, Gregory? Terrible job, Superstar. Monty, can you just go away? Like, nobody likes you. What's going on? Alright. Alright.
Roxy, what do I do?
I know exactly what to do. Oh, I know exactly what to do. What's gonna happen, Freddy, has elevated hearing because she can't